you, Psychic Medium Toni Green. I am Psychic Medium Toni Green, here to give you approximately 60 minutes of QA and connections. That's what we're going to do today. How dramatic of me. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to figure out which side of the bangs need fixed and fix them. Okay, so first and foremost, don't get scammed. I will never, ever, 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 ever reach out to you. If you want a session, need a session, you reach out to me, you go to my website, link is in the bio, and you connect with me. If you don't know the link, it's TONIG, like my first name and the initial to my last name, .info, INFO. All the information for sessions is there, and you can, book a session there. I'm still working with putting everything, I'm here, I'm back in my original setup. It's so beautiful. I want to make sure I'm turning this the way, right? Look at that. All the greenery. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love it. Okay. This show does air on WSCS, all their streaming channels, all of their podcast, all of their everything. It also airs on Rude Rangers TV, all their radio stations, all their streaming channels, all of their everything. Every Monday and Wednesday, Monday at noon, Wednesday at 7 p.m. And both of those times are central. And then I am starting a second show. So, that's one thing I didn't think about. I think it's right there. I should have had that. I'm not going to stand up and grab it, but I should. I'm going to be starting another show with my book, What If a Transformational Guide? Yep, it's the book right there, A Transformational Guide. And we are going to go through the book, one channeled message, one channeled what if at a time. And we are going to have an open, kind of communication about it during the show. We'll only do a couple. We're not going to try to hit, it's not a chapter book or anything like that, but we'll just discuss it. So that is going to be starting probably, next week. Not probably, but yes, next week. If you'd like to order the book and get it on time for the show, please do that. You do not need the book to be part of it. It'll be nice to have it so you can go back and look. I do recommend the first time you go through the book, you have a notebook to write everything in, your responses in, but then the second or third time you go through, you can write in the book. The book is designed, as I channeled it, to open your mind to all the possibilities and to break the constraints of whatever it is that holds you back in any way. So just open up all possibilities to you. Okay. So if you want to join us for that, excellent. Love to have you there for it. Okay, next. Yes, I go live on YouTube. So if you're watching or listening on one of the podcast or television stations, you want to join live, I go live on YouTube and on Podbean. So on Podbean, you can call in and ask questions or put your question in the chat while I am live. And on YouTube, you can put your question in the chat. And then I have authored 7 books. And if you would like any of the books, the link is in the bio, and the link will take you to my author page to look at all of the books. Okay, we are going to get started right away. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for your questions, for your comments, for your likes, for your shares. Thank you so much. I'm going to start at the top and work my way down as far as questions go. So Mona Lee is not with us, and Mona Lee, she is with us physically, but she put her question in, but she's working, so she can't respond. Um, Mona Lee says, my son Lawrence treats me extremely horrible as his mother. Just wondering if this will change in the future. I'm at work and will watch the full playback when I get home. Thank you. I did send her a quick follow-up of how old is he, because whenever I hear an age, I want to know if that's the age they are now, if it's when it started, if it's why it started. I feel like this started kind of like it may have started prior to this, but when he was 12, it really hit. That I hear the age 12, I hear the age 25. Because she's not able to be live with us, I don't know if that means it started when he was 12, it took off when he was 12, but here's what I'm going to tell you. He's going to be like this, just a little bit obnoxious, for a couple of more years. And the only thing that you can do in this case is anytime anybody related or unrelated is not decent, just a decent human being to you, do not respond, do not interact. 9 times out of 10, if somebody is being inappropriate or just being rude or not a decent person, if you don't respond, if you don't return calls, text, or you just look at them and don't even answer whatever they're saying at that point in time, eventually they will learn to say it in a better way. Now, if they don't, it's better off, if you can, to not even deal with them. Now, in this case where it's your son, I'm a strong believer, a very, very, very strong believer in just because you're related to somebody, it does not mean that they have the right to treat you worse than a stranger would. And it's crazy when you see people that you're related to treat you, or you're dating, or you're a friend with, treat you like dog poop and then turn around and be so nice to somebody else. That is just, that's cuckoo. That's cuckoo. But people do it every day. You do not have to put up with that. You have the right to not respond, to not talk to someone, or to simply say, listen, when you can ask that better, when you can talk to me in a better way, when you can treat me in a better way, I'll be happy to interact with you. You're not obligated to anybody. Now, if still a minor and in the house, there are a lot of things you can take away from a person. One of the things, their bedroom door. I don't know why, but when you take somebody's bedroom door, it humbles them. I don't know why, like, that little bit of power that they feel like they have, it goes quickly when you show them, mm-mm, mm-mm. But anyway, that's what I have for you, Mona Lee. I feel like it's going to go on for a couple more years. I feel like there are going to be a lot of challenges. Respect is a very, very, very difficult thing to instill in children later on in life. It's something that needs to be from day one. And even when it is from day one, they don't always follow, like, behave respectfully. So I wish you the best with that. Okay. Hi, Fawn. Hey, Rebecca. Oh, Erin says, "Hey Tony, hope you had a good weekend. Just wondering, how is my job going?" It's going well. I get that everything's going well. I do also get, Erin, that you're very overwhelmed. You may feel like you're running on empty. Um, that you need some, like, you need a boost all the time. I feel like, but part of that, part of that absolutely is the job, 100%. Part of it is also you needing the time you have off to do a few different things with it, like be on a really good schedule, do things that are nurturing to you, or just things that you love. We end up working, which we have to work, get it 100%. We end up working so many hours, but then when we get done, we're like, I'm just going to go home, cook, sit in front of the TV or do whatever, and that's it. We need to be in a space where we're doing something either self-care, productive for us, a second thing. And Erin, if you're the one who wanted to do the like assisted living place, what some people are moving away from assisted living and they're going into just having traveling nurses and traveling home health care aides, so that, because a lot of people are now deciding to leave, and as time goes on over the next couple of years, a lot more people are going to decide to leave their loved ones to be at home, until they, so one of the things, a lot of companies are transitioning to that, and you just need an office. You don't need a house. You don't need anything, and it makes a ton of money. And you don't even need to be a nurse or in the medical field to run it. You need some licensing, and you need a specific office. You can't run this out of your home in some states. And then you just contract with nurses and home healthcare workers, and you don't only, you can do like 3 or 4 categories. The first one being nurses and such wound care specialists, things along those lines. So it's not only, it can be short-term care along with long-term care. Second, you can have the ones that go in and just prep meals and help make sure the house is clean. That can be another category of people you have. And then third, you can have the people who run errands for people who can no longer be out and about. So going and picking up, let's say, meds, groceries, things that they might need that they can't get out and get. And all of these are billable to insurance, just like assisted living. And all of it is very, very, very profitable. And over the next couple of years, we are going to see that business be huge. And then one of the other things, if you're thinking about starting a business and you want to work with people that are maybe a little bit more mature, another really amazing business to do is events for the elderly, where you have a vehicle that is appropriate to pick up events, like a safe van or a very safe SUV, and you take them out in groups to do things like festivals and bingo, and getting them out and about while they're still able to get out and about. These businesses are going to be extremely booming in the next couple of years. And with some of the changes coming in the technology end of things, we are going to want to have start side businesses now that technology cannot take over. So we at least have that, something that technology can't do. We can use the technology to promote our businesses, but we want a business also or something that uh, um, we can do and technology cannot take over. So another thing is if you're like oh my gosh, it's all coming flooding in. You guys, I will tell you this. I have like every day I get 4 or 5 business ideas. Seriously, like I can't. Their business is like I can't make cake pops. My mom was an amazing baker and an amazing cook, but I'm not. I can cook, but I can't like my mom could decorate. She made wedding cakes and birthday cakes and all these amazing things for that she could decorate, and they were just simply beautiful. She could do the flowers and the edging and all that. I cannot. I cannot. Um, but if you can do things like that, great. But if you can't, let's say you cannot, you're not the cook for the food truck. People need food trucks. Buy old pop-up campers, buy old things that can be converted into food trucks, or take like those pod things and convert them into food trucks, travel trucks, whatever they can be, and convert them. If you're handy that way, do that. There are so many different ways. And somebody said to me, well, running a cake pop business or a pop-up coffee shop, you probably don't make that much. If you're on the videos, if you're watching the videos on that side of like TikTok, there's a girl on there that started a coffee. It's not a full on coffee truck, but it's a coffee thing that she takes places, and she serves coffee, maybe some pastries. I don't even know about the pastry end, but she was saying how she will give the breakdown of how much she makes every day. And she goes out like and does the coffee truck like 4 days a week. It's not even she's not out there grinding every single day. And I've wondered this too. I've thought to myself, okay, they're out there. How much are they making? Now remember, you don't have the rent of a like if you decide to open a restaurant or a coffee shop, you have all the cost associated with the space itself. Here you have your truck or your whatever you're using. And for coffee, you can do that on a bike. You can get one of those cool like bikes with a basket in the back, the three-wheel bike, and take it someplace and have the coffee things be in the back and just set up the whole back. You can do a lot of very, very creative things. There's a girl that does ice cream, the ice cream bike thing, and it's a pink bike, and in the back she has all the ice cream, and she does events. I'm going to tell you, she was saying her numbers for, and she was working the way it worked out like 15 out of 30 days. And she was like on some days making $1,900, on some days $1,200 for 4 hours. Now, of course, and she would go through and do the breakdown. This is for the coffee girl. She would do the breakdown of the her expenses also. Now imagine if she was out there 7 days or going to different places or staying out there a little bit longer. I'm just going to tell you there are so many ways to do it. So many different ways and so many different things you can tap into. You don't even have to be good at it. You just have to have the idea, and you can run with it. If you know there's a need, fulfill that need in the way you see. All these people are doing food trucks and coffee stands and pop-up things. Run with it. In other countries, they're taking like watermelons and cutting a open spot, blending the watermelon inside, and then selling watermelon juice and making a killing. No sugar added, no nothing, making just phenomenal money at it. There are so many different ideas. And if you don't want to do that, be the person that provides the thing. If you don't want to do that, you're good at it. We are going to, I'm telling you, we are going into an era where we are going to need hands on people. One of the biggest businesses that are going to be in 2028 and to 2029 is just people to talk to, people that are willing to sit and listen, not therapists, although they get paid really good. Just someone you can call and will just listen and say, I get it. I understand. Absolutely. That was out of line. That's out of pocket. That's crazy. Whatever it is, just someone to talk to, because we are going into a time where a lot of people are going to be um, not necessarily isolated, but we're not having as many as much communication with each other. Now, that business would be extremely viable now, but it will be even more so valuable and viable in the future. If you can fix things, lawnmowers, uh, anything, snow blowers, anything, get into that, get even more into that, take training, and just do that, because we are going into a time when these are going to be, we're going to have a shift into those sorts of things. Okay. So pay attention to that. Figure out what it is if you could have a hobby that you loved, what would that hobby be? And run with it. And for the, like, even if, let's just say you do, um, like Elizabeth has her charcuterie board business, not charcuterie, but engraving on wood. Yeah, you can do things for people, but you can, like I said in the past, you can do charcuterie boards. You can go to places and do the engraving for them, even restaurants, so that people can take a souvenir charcuterie board with them. There's so many different, if you just allow yourself to sit and go, okay, show me what we can do, show me some ideas, they will start flooding in. Maybe not in that moment, maybe when you're driving down the street and you're thinking of something else, all these ideas will come in for you. And I can tell you, like, if you hear one idea, like there's a company, and their whole company, they take an apple, they completely use like a peeler and make a very thin slice all the way around the apple, pretty much one slice. They put it in a cup and then they pour tea over it, and it opens up like a rose. People are getting that just to get it, and then they're totally sending it viral, just to have to get that viral video. They're doing it on video just to get that viral video, and it's probably very, very good. It's probably delish. Take something old, make it new, make it scalable, make it something people want to send viral. There are millions of things like that. There's something they're coming out with now that is, it's probably been out for a minute, but it's, our phones and our tablets have, it emits the blue light, and there have been studies by certain powers that show that blue light is extremely addictive, but it's also very aging, and it's also very, it's very bad for your eyes. And there's a company, Bodyguards, I don't get paid by them, they have now made a product that converts blue light to red light. So it makes it completely healthy for you, like all the red light uh, lamps and so on and so forth, right? And I was thinking, well, that's great, but they only have it for the phone. They don't have it for tablets. They don't have it for computers. But what if they took and they put that in like glasses so that you could put on these glasses and it would convert the blue light to the red light on the glasses, or they made it for the computer screen or your tablet screen. They're not doing it yet. Somebody should, right? Somebody should. These are just, if you see somebody did something and you can even improve on that, or you can take it to the next step, start working on it. Start taking it another step forward so that you can have that, whatever it is for you in that area. Something else that is going to be really, really necessary are cleanup crews. Cleanup crews for anything and everything, from hoarders to construction sites to contractors and general people who just do home remodeling. Those people, they go in and like they redo your kitchen. They don't always want to do the cleanup and the takeaway of the product. They would pay somebody to come pick up all the extra supplies. To when there are natural disasters, and a lot of cleanup crews can get contracts with the government to go in and clean up hoarder houses or to clean up natural disaster things, or when somebody passes, to go in and clean up their home, to clean up crime scenes. If there's something other people don't like to do, that it doesn't bother you, it like, yeah, that doesn't bother me. I can handle it. I was born for this. Like, I've been watching scary movies since I was 2. If it doesn't bother you, find a way to make it your career, because especially, like, let's just say, for example, crime scenes. A lot of people would get really freaked out with crime scene cleanup. That is the money then. Then or hoarders. I helped a friend. Her father was a bit of a hoarder. I started helping her clean up his place. I'm gonna tell you, I am not tough. I'm not hoarder tough. I don't Yeah, I am not like the little. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. That's something. If you can do that, you can make a lot of money having government contracts for stuff like that. And people who remodel businesses, a lot of times they don't want to take away the stuff either. So these are just some of the ideas. I mean, and I have notebooks full of business ideas. Okay. For example, people who smoke, now they're making um, it's mullion in the shape of a cigarette that you inhale it, and you're inhaling mullion, which cleans out the lungs, but it's all the same thing, like the puffing in of the cigarette. I mean, think about that. Now think about that for not only mullion for the lungs, but think about something you can put kind of in something you can just inhale daily for your vitamins, your minerals, your herbs, your whatever it is. It's endless when you just take one product or one idea and you start putting it into whatever it is or however you could use it. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. And businesses are going to need a lot. So if you're an idea person and there are people with businesses, you can do so well helping businesses expand, having new ideas for their business, whatever type of business they have. Okay. Hey, Sal. Hey, Fawn again. Oh, hey, Fawn. Uh, Elizabeth wants to know any messages from my grandma Sue. Yes. Your grandma Sue wants to say, the first thing she wants to say is, don't don't hesitate, don't hold back, don't be nervous. Just do it. It's either going to work or it's not. Just move forward. It's either going to be good or it's not. And if it's not good, it's not a fail. You just know that's not the route to go. Just start. Just start. Just make it, post it, and run with it. Just do it. And I'm going to say this to you. This is me, Elizabeth, not your grandmother. There are so many ideas that I come up with, like, oh, I'm going to go live on TikTok. And I still have not. And doing it that first time is so tough. You know what, Elizabeth? Another thing, like creating some carved, like, let's say, charcuterie boards or birth announcements or, um, like, do you know how, like, if you go to Florida, there are things all over saying, Daytona, Florida, and then having stores resell them for you. Like, say, listen, I can send 10 with your logo and this on it, and they will sell it, but, kind of by wholesale to retail sort of thing. Okay. That's your message from your grandma. Oh, I have so many people. Hey, everybody on Podbean. I moved my tablet that I do Podbean on, so it's a little further away, and I'm trying to pay attention to everything. Hey, Betty Boop. Thank you for sharing the show. Simply Jackie, welcome to the show. Darlene Martinez. Uh, Darlene says, "Hey girl, I broke things off off with the last guy. It's hard, crazy men. What you see in my future love life." Um, yes, okay. Darlene, I feel like August, September. That you know what, Darlene, I'm gonna say honestly, I feel like there are going to be like I don't want to make this sound bad, but like a parade of people coming through, men and women. This is your time in life to become a little bit more discerning about who you allow in your life. Not just, oh, they're here, so I'm going to take them. That's nice and all, but to really look at people and understand who they are and what their intentions or non-intentions are. And for some reason, I know I've said this so many times on the show, and I'm going to say it again. um there's this statement that says, if you hang around with five poor people, you'll be the sixth. If you hang around with, and excuse this if people don't like the comparisons I'm making, I apologize in advance. If you hang around five drug addicts, you'll be the sixth. If you hang around five alcoholics, you'll be the sixth. If you hang around five unemployed people, you'll be the sixth. However, if you hang around five, wealthy people, you'll be the sixth. If you hang around five entrepreneurs, you'll be the sixth. So make sure whomever you're hanging around, you want to be the sixth. That's who and what you want to be. Make sure of that. Okay. Oh, Betty Boop, you're right. I did not do songs today. Uh, I did have a couple written down, so I'm just going to do the ones I have written down very, very quickly. Songs and names. So the first song is that I can't, I think it's Bruce Springsteen. I don't really know. It says, I bought my first real six string at a five and dime, but I might be messing that up with Raspberry Beret because she worked at a five and dime. I don't know, but it's that song. I bought my first real six string, played it until my fingers bled. That was a summer of 65 or something like that. Okay. Okay. That song that says, I don't care what they say about me and I don't care what they do. That song. And then that, I think it's a country song. It says, it's kind of sad. It says, I'm already there. Take a look around. And I don't know that song enough to sing more of it. And then the next song is, I'm gonna massacre this, but yes, I realize I massacre all of the songs. Um, Something about the two step, dun dun dun. That's the only words I know of that song, and I apologize. Some of the names that came through earlier this morning were Barb, Jean, Betty, and Ethel. Thank you for reminding me about that, Betty Boop. I appreciate that so much. Um, okay, next question. Sal. Hey, Sal. Tony, by any chance, do you have a healing to slow down the aging process? Oh my goodness, that's such a good one. Freaking out about how much I have aged after a Facebook photo from 15 years ago. Yeah, don't do those things then and now. Don't do those then and now things. Don't look at pictures of yourself from the past. Um, Someone I know had a bunch of pictures of me, and I ended up seeing one of them. And at first, I was like, "Oh my God, she's cute." It was me long ago, and I was like, "Oh my God, I've changed so much." But let's do it. Let's do a clearing. Let's do a healing, and this is at like the 37 mark of the show. I'm just going to make a bunch of statements and then clear them to yes so that we can do this. Every day I look younger, feel younger, believe I'm getting younger with each and every day. My muscle development gets stronger and better with each and every day. We're going to strengthen that. Every day, I get closer to my ideal image. Let's do that one. And here's another one. I want you guys to think of the time when you feel you looked the best, your body, your face, your skin. And then I'm going to give because aging, I believe in part is a belief system that we are put into. And we all fall into it. But when I go online and I see people like they're 60 and they're bodybuilders still, like, come on, then is it? Or is it our beliefs that at this age this happens, at this age this happens? So every day I look, feel, and am younger and stronger than I've ever been. And let's strengthen that one. My cells are healing and rejuvenating, internal and external. Let's strengthen that. And my dermis and epidermis are healing and youthful. Okay, there's what I'm trying to think of how to say, like, my skin is smooth. Yes, let's clear that to a yes. And all lines, wrinkles, and blemishes are dissipating and dissolving with each and every day. That's the magic one. That's the magic one. Okay, that I hope that helps, Sal. Listen to that every single day for the rest of your life. That's what I can say for that. Hey, crazy lady. 4Q, thank you for being here. Kino, join the room. Uh, let's see. Yep, I think I'm caught up there. So let's come back over here. Um, Noelle. Hey, Noelle. So wonderful to have you. Any career advice for me? Thank you. As always, much love. Yeah, Noelle. One of the things I would say for you is get on your computer, start writing music, use whatever on your computer and or AI to create songs. Also, I'm getting children's storybooks for you. or books, just books in general for you. I'm also getting in the future, there's going to be a 3 or 4 unit property coming in for you, not right now, but in the future. All of these things are going to come in and you're going to have them. Start tutoring. If you're not tutoring, start tutoring. Have students tutor. Also, I don't know why I'm hearing make a wish, make a wish, make a wish. Oh, manifest. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, definitely take the time and make a wish upon it. And then I'm hearing the song When You Wish Upon a Star. And one of the things I'm hearing, Noelle, for you is to take children's, if you do children's music or not, take old school children's music and update it a little bit. Um, into just update it a little bit, but not to I don't want you to take any copyrights or anything or trademarks or anything like that, but update it a little bit and use social media to get your music out. I feel like you're going to have 3 or 4 original songs coming out very soon, or original music coming out very soon. I feel like you're going to collaborate with some people. You're going to have a really good collaboration as far as music goes with a few other people, where you can each send in your own, like you do your part of your music and they do theirs, and then you combine it together. You don't necessarily have to even record it together, but if you want to, you can. I don't feel like you're even going to need a studio. I feel like you're going to be able to set it up, like I hear home front, like in your home. So that's what I have for you, Noel. Get really back into the music. um, Collaborate. I feel like you're going to have 3 or 4 really good music pieces or music things coming out soon, Noel. That's what I have for you, love. Um, Oopsie, I lost my place again. Uh, hey, Toni, hope you had a great weekend. I did, Heather. I hope you did too. And Heather, I hope everything's going well. You know, we are all praying for you and sending you love. Uh, let's see. Jay Francis, happy Monday. Jen, bless up, lovely lady. Thank you. We'll do that soon. Thank you kindly. Okay. The light is blaring in such a weird angle on my in my eyes. It always is because it's like so close. Fawn says, I was happy to support you, my friend. Oh, thank you, Fawn. I love you guys. So, I have the best peeps. I do. I really do. And you guys, if you are ordering the book, please make sure you're using the link and going to my author page, because there are some people selling it, or someone, probably Amazon, out there also selling it. They're not me. That's not, you're ordering it from someplace else. Sarah777. Hey Sarah, how are you? Uh, I think, Jen, you have to ask the question again, because I did not see your question, or I did not understand it. Sarah says, I'm looking forward to the new YouTube channel. Thank you. It'll be a new show on this channel. It's going to be on this channel, just a different day and a different format. So it'll still be on this channel, but a different show. Toni, do you have any message for me from my spirit guides? Okay, you guys. So typically I ask for a very specific question about life, love, career, finance. I know I didn't say that earlier. Sarah, the message that I would have for you today is to, uh, yeah, I don't always love saying this, but breathe, take your time doing things. Don't let things get to you. Don't be overwhelmed like it's a choice. That's hilarious. Don't allow things to make you feel overwhelmed or uh, just like don't get overwhelmed about things. Like if there's, I'm going to do a clearing for being overwhelmed and anxiety attacks. Let's clear, heal all, like getting upset about things or letting things get to us. Let's heal, clear, release that. And that's about the 46-minute mark of the show. And Sarah, the other thing they would want to say is, I don't know if you're thinking about joining some sort of club or jo- doing something new, whatever it is you've been putting off or thinking about doing, just do it. They're saying it's time to do it, okay? Ah, okay, finding the next question. Okay, oopsie, there we go. Tanya, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. And if you guys could do an exact question, that would be really helpful. If you want to connect with a loved one, just the first name of your loved one and their relationship to you. Um, I will see what I can do for a message for you, Tanya. Actually, Tanya, if you're, are you still here, Tanya? I'm scrolling down to the, hey, Tanya. That's so funny because so I wish I just would have said what I was hearing instead of scrolling down. She says, any message from my great grand, no, that's Sarah. Tanya says, any message from my mother-in-law, Noda. I was getting, I felt like it might have been a grandmom, but that might be for you, Sarah. But I was feeling what could be oh, it's Nora. Thank you. A message from a woman, but I felt like it could be a grandma age. So here's what we're going to do. Nora, do you have a message for Tanya? I do feel like Tanya, is your grandmother on the other side also? Because there's a grandmom here for you. A grandmom, great grandmom, white hair. She wasn't full, like she wasn't thick, but she had a nice, she was kind of full. If she's yes, two of them. Thank you. The one with more lighter hair, whatever that means, toward the end. And maybe she wore glasses sometimes. Here's what she wants to, all of them together collectively. They want to let you know, um, okay, there are some changes coming in. Don't panic. They're not bad changes, they're good changes. In the end, they're really going to help you out. Um, why do I keep hearing chunk of change, a chunk of change, cha-ching, chunk of change? It just reminds me of a casino, but I am not telling you to go to a casino. But like, I just keep hearing chunk of change, cha-ching. So I feel like there might be a little bit of money coming into you if it hasn't already, but it's a one-time, like, kind of lump sum. I'm not going to say it's a huge amount, but I am going to say it's either, I'm hearing it's on its way, but you, it may have already happened or it's very close. Do you know what this is, Tanya? Do you know what this money is? Do you have any idea? Are you aware of it? I'm just nosy. I want to know. Tanya says, I'm going. Are you kidding me? She says, she says, I'm going to the casino this week. I would say good luck, but I think they already did. I think they already said cha-ching, chunk of money one time. This doesn't mean go hog wild, and that is not a statement I make. I don't like really say hog wild. Um, be, be go in and ask them what machine. Anybody going to the casino, before you go in, make sure, somebody who was like a really good money person in your life, or somebody who you trust, ask them, say like grandma or Nora, lead me directly to that machine. And then when you win, stop. Don't try to double it up. Don't try to, like, don't say, oh, I just won this money. Now I'm going to go try to win more money at this machine. Just, you can play with it, but don't lose it all. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. Excuse me, you guys. Um, I'm also hearing have fun, enjoy yourself. And I do feel like, I don't know how much it's going to be, Tanya, but I do feel like it's going to listen to them when they're talking to you, okay? Uh, so, yes, that's what I have for that, Tanya. I hope that's helpful. I hope you enjoyed that message. Okay. Let me see over here on Podbean. Hey, Rebecca on Podbean. Darlene, you are welcome. Tony, do you have a message from my mother, Raquel? Yeah, Rebecca, I'd love to give you a message from your mother, Raquel. And Rebecca, thank you so much. I I really want to give Rebecca the most solid shout out here. I'm going to tell you guys, Rebecca, if you need to get on to, Rebecca's always here to help everyone. She will help people get onto Podbean, start an account, and just help in the comments and everything. And Rebecca, whenever her it's whenever there's a birthday, Rebecca always buys gift certificates for people that she loves to get readings from me. So there's thank you so much, Rebecca, and you guys keep that in mind for birthdays and such. Okay, so Raquel, what would you want to say to Rebecca? The first thing she wants to say, Rebecca, is don't let the sad times or the bad times outweigh the good times. Although the sad times are more impactful, there are a lot more good times, a lot more good that's going on. It's just that the sad times or the bad times, like when we lose someone or something bad happens, it's so shocking and it almost imprints us. She also wants to tell you to know that you're loved. Sometimes I think this is all of us, but Rebecca, this message is for you, but I think it goes for everyone. Know that you're loved. Um, Sometimes, you go through the day and not you specific, well, maybe you specifically, just know that you are loved more than you could ever imagine, Rebecca. And also to know that you have a gift that you need to allow to open up. And I believe, Rebecca, your gift is a healing gift. And I believe it's a gift of like healing with, I don't necessarily want to say touch, but it might be touch. Like sometimes people can just like put their hand on someone and they have just such a pureness or such a pure intention that it can literally heal other people. And Rebecca, start first of all, acknowledging it is what they're saying. But second, watch when you do that, uh, what happens, okay? And allow that to unfold. It doesn't mean you have to turn it into a business, but if you wanted to, you definitely could. There's a woman, I think she's in India, and she just sits and she hugs people. She sits on a thing and she has two men that stand one on either side of her. And people come and she just hugs them with pure intention and love. And they donate if they can. If they can't, it's okay. But but they have her, like, those, I honestly don't know the name of this thing, but it has, she sits on it and it's like a little canopy that they carry her on or something like that. But people show up and they like, she just gives them a hug. And people, there's, they just show up and they don't, and so there's a thing with touch, like, that's very healing, and hugs should be a minimum of 5 seconds to release that dopamine. And hugs are, especially hugs with intention, are so healing. So, Rebecca, whatever it is about you, this is something innate. It's inside of you. You've had it all of your life. And if and when you want to start practicing or acknowledging it, it would be amazing for you. Um, and Betty Boop, I believe when you move, the next place you're going to be in for a minimum of a year. Um, and I think that that is going to be it's going to be better than where you're at, but I don't believe that's your final place. It's your, like, next place, but not your final place. And Rebecca, the book we are going to start with is What If. If you want to get other books, you can, but the book we're going to start with, I believe next Tuesday. I'm going to get all the stuff out this week and put it out next Tuesday. I should give myself another week, but it'll pick up and people will come. But thank you for ordering it, Rebecca. It's the What If, and then on the bottom it says a transformational guide. Let me see. Let me see if I can grab it without. Um, Here we go. It's this book right here. What If, and then on the bottom a transformational guide. This is I've watered my plants and the water spilled on this one, which is part of the reason why I have it on my display. But this is what the cover should kind of look like. And then inside it has just the questions. I don't know what this question is, but let me see. What if how far you evolve in this life is the level of evolution you return to in your next? Oh my God, I love that one. I love that one. I can't wait to do this with you guys. I cannot wait to do this with you guys. I cannot wait to hear the answers on that one and how that changed. Like, listen, just thinking about that. What if? Because where we, I've channeled this so many times. Where we where we end is where we begin, basically. What if that's true? What does that make you want to do in this life? Oh, right, right. Oh, okay. I love you all so very much. I cannot wait until Wednesday to see you and answer more of your questions, help you connect with more of your loved ones, and to continue this journey with you.